quite a bit of pressure over the course of the evening, just how that impacted what the offense was able to do.
Yeah, I mean, we're hurting ourselves with the turnovers, and we've got to get this fixed. It's been a trend this year, and especially early in games, and that's affected how we've been able to play. We haven't been able to play run our full offense and run it how it should be run, just because we're getting down in these games because we are turning the ball over. So, I think it's one of those things where we got to get this fixed. The ball's the most important thing, and we can't be handing it to the other team.
What was it like to be out there tonight, Andy, and taking over for Dak? Did it take a while to get used to anything?
Yeah, you want to start early and get into a rhythm. We had a couple 3-and-outs, and we had a good drive together. And unfortunately, we had a turnover there, and then it felt like we moved the ball and did some good things early on. We just, like I said, we kept handing it to them, and then starting the second half, same thing. So, there's some good things that we can take away, but there's a lot of areas that we need to improve. And I think it's one of those things where everybody has to look at themselves. I've got to be better. I've got to do a better job out there and giving our guys chances. And, we'll look at this one and we'll move on from it.
Andy, how would you assess your play, or is it tough to assess how you play just because your guys were in a hole with the turnovers?
No, I mean, there's things that I could do better. And I know that it's one of those things where I'm always going to be my worst critic, and I'm going to go watch this film, see what I can do to help this team. And that's at the end of the day, everybody's got to do that same thing. We've got to look at ourselves and say, what can I do that can make me a better player that's going to help us win these games and give us a chance.
Andy, when y'all turn over the ball, how much do you feel not only are we shooting ourselves, but we're also putting our defense in that position? And if so, what's the key to getting out of that?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been able to overcome it. We've been putting our defense in bad situations, and teams have been getting points off of these turnovers. And I mean, when you do that, you're going to make it hard on yourselves to win these games. That's one of those things that you can't do if you want to be a good team, if you want to be a good offense. And we didn't do that tonight.
Andy, this team's had a lot of injuries it's have to fight through, and physically there's some reasons for the performance, but are you concerned that can transfer over and create some mental issues if you don't improve this pretty quickly?
I mean, for us, injuries are going to happen in this game. That's the unfortunate part of the game, and guys have to step up regardless of who's out there. I mean, there's still an expectation to play well. There's still an expectation to win and do whatever it takes and to get the job done. So, injuries happen in this game, and you can't make any of that an excuse. You've got to, trust the guy that's out there, and guys have to perform.
Andy, did you talk to Dak before the game today? And if so, what was his message to you?
Yeah, I've talked to him, and for Dak, he was excited for me and get a chance to play. We've got a great relationship, and it's one of those things where he said just be yourself and go play. And, unfortunately, we weren't able to get it done today.
And you look at it, you guys are 2-4, but you're in first place. Does that mean anything right now?
You can look at that, but we got to be playing better. And I think at the end of the day, that's what matters for us. We've got to look at ourselves and say, what can we do to get to be playing better in these games? And I think that at the end of the day, that's what matters most. The record is what it is right now. The division is what it is right now. But it's still early. There's a lot of football left to be played, and for us, we've got to improve as a football team.
Andy, after Zach Martin went out early there, did you feel that they tried to capitalize on that by blitzing a little bit more and again putting you in some difficult situations?
They pressured a lot tonight. That was obviously part of their plan, and so it felt like for us we had a good plan going in, how to handle their pressure and different things, but they did a good job tonight.
Do you say anything to Zeke about the fumbles, or is that something he just needs to work through himself?
Yeah, it's like you never want to turn over the ball, and for him, he understands that, and he knows that. So, Zeke's going to get this thing fixed.